Hey guys, what's up? It's AB Trades, and I run a YouTube channel that focuses on how to teach people how to day trade options. I'm laughing now because we're on day 7, which is the final day of the 7-day strategy release series that I have been doing. So we've covered RSI divergence, MACD divergence, triangle patterns, 10% plays, TTM scalper alert, Heiken Nash moving average, and finally VWAP. So if y'all have not seen that, please go back to the YouTube channel and watch all those. They're full of value and content. This is information that people charge money in courses for you to buy that I'm providing for you for free on YouTube. So please like, comment, tell me what else you want to see, and also please subscribe, because up next is an options series where I go in depth about how much I know about options and what else there is to know about options, so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did when I was starting out. So please like, comment, and subscribe, even though I mentioned that already. Let's get on to VWAP. So once you pull up on your indicators VWAP. So VWAP is just volume weighted average price, but when you look at VWAP, it's gonna give you a top band, a middle band, and a bottom band. Yes, you can trade with that, but that is not how I use VWAP. So when I go to the upper band, I unclick show plot, and the lower band I unclick show plot. So I just have this middle band here. Why do I trade like that? Because the upper and bottom band just get in my way, and also S&B Capital do not do that, and I like to model my trading style after them because they are the best in the business. Just look them up if you don't know them. So I want to show you some examples of how you can use VWAP when trading. And what I will say is there are a lot of strategies that I've talked about, like RSI divergence and MACD divergence, that works primarily on SPY the best. And there are other strategies that work with all. VWAP is one I will have to say that it does not work the best on SPY. Why? Because, let me repeat the name, volume weighted average price. SPY is not affected by volume. You could have 2.5 million shares traded, which is a lot, so much. Like, look, on this huge, when the Fed spoke, that was how many shares? It was 2.2 million shares traded in that 1 minute. Yes, it went up, but you could have 2.5 million traded here and it would not move. ETFs, which I'm going to explain in the options series, are not based off volume and how many people are trading it. So when you have a volume weighted average price where the line is being calculated with volume, there'll be something off. So this mainly works with other stocks, even though it can be applied to SPY. So let's look at an example here. VWAP works best when there's no consolidation and when it is working on a trending day, when you have large moves to the upside, downside, or it's trending in general. So as you can see here on SPY, we had that huge push up, then we had this huge push down, then we had this consolidation on VWAP, and then we pushed back up to the upside because we were continuing the trend. Let's move to Apple and see some other examples. So VWAP is basically like an advanced version, or like an EMA on steroids, or an exponential moving average, or simple moving average on steroids, because it also incorporates volume, which is huge. So it will always act as a support or resistance in a trading day. So let's see what else we have. Do we have anything in Apple? I could have sworn we had something. If not, it's fine. Oh, here we go. I'm missing it. So as you can see here, VWAP will act as support and resistance. So it's the same way that when there's a support and resistance line, it will go up, it'll test it, and then it'll break through, and it'll go up and it'll test it, right? Same thing with VWAP. We pushed up in a VWAP, we broke just to test it, then we broke straight through. Then, because that was a solid support and resistance line, we came back down and we tested that VWAP just to validate support. So you will see a lot of bounces and stuff around VWAP. But also the reason why we use VWAP is because of breakups and breakdowns. So for instance here, throughout the day, SPY is holding VWAP as a support, and when we try to bounce here again, we can't. So we break through. Usually when there's a good break of VWAP, you have a strong big candle, a strong candle, a long candle with minimal wick and a lot of body. that breaks through, and that means that it's going to be the prevailing trend now. Again, it works best on trending days and not consolidation, but you can see here we have this huge body and it pushes through and then we run down the rest of the time. Same thing on, do we have anything on Amazon? Not much. I know that BA has a lot here. So especially on this, you can see here we are. This is it's acting as a support, like a resistance point, and Boeing is respecting VWAP as its resistance. You can see that every time we come up to it, we're getting rejected. Coming up to it, rejected. We have this huge green body candle, and then we start to explode to the upside. Again, it's not the same every single time, but look, VWAP also holds. Oops. VWAP also holds as support. Remember, support and resistance. So we come down from a trending day and it holds as support, and then we continue to bounce off. We come here, we're holding VWAP as support, and then we continue back up. So again, this is like an advanced version of support and resistance, but one that you don't have to find because the line's there for that. So you can see here we're trending down, right? And then VWAP holds it, and then we have the continuation of the rundown, right? And again, VWAP can also be used in addition to other patterns, because as we see here, we're semi in a triangle pattern here, and then we have the rejection at VWAP, and then we have the rundown. So you can also use it in multiple things. Now let's look at JPM, JP Morgan. We're having a trending day to the upside. Then we start to come down, and we start to, whoops-a-daisy, come back, JPM. JP Morgan. We're having a trending day to the upside, then we start to consolidate on VWAP as support, and then we continue back to the upside. You can see we did that once, and we did that twice, and we just continue. Why? Because VWAP will always act as either a support or resistance. So as you can see here, VWAP holds as support from the trending, and then we continue to trend in the same direction. Then when we break below VWAP and test it, we see a move to the downside. So again, VWAP is just a good support and resistance. And why do I bring this up? Because it's the same thing as the TTM scalper alert, which was a previous video if you want to go back and watch that. About it can be used on its own, but it's super beneficial to be used with other strategies coupled with the RSI divergence, MACD divergence, 10% plays, triangles, and sometimes the Heikin-Ashi, depending on the long-term time frame or the time frame that you're using. So again, I hope y'all enjoyed the 7-day series of strategies. I hope y'all got a lot of value from it, and I hope y'all are referring this to friends, because this is some really good value and content that I am providing. It's so much information that I've always been scared to share, because I was like, no, I need to know all this, and this is all mine. But I have been able to release it, and now we're going to go on to the options series. So again, please like, comment, and subscribe to tell me how it's going. Stay up to date and see all the new videos I'm coming out with that are value packed. Alright guys, thank y'all so much for tuning into this series. See y'all in the next series.